Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're officially doing our first spring tutorial. I'm so excited. I love spring makeup trends. I love glowy skin. I love shimmers. I love super blushy, bronzy looks. I love the lighter makeup looks. I've definitely been feeling lighter makeup looks in 2019. I feel like 2019 for me is just the year of natural makeup looks. I've been feeling them lately. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you this little bit more of like this glam half-cut crease kind of look. This definitely is more on the glam side. It's not super natural, obviously. I have a full face of makeup on. I will be filming more natural spring tutorials, but I was just feeling super inspired. I just wanted to do something that was a little bit mauve-y, super shimmery, and something that incorporated glowy, dewy skin. So if you guys are interested in seeing how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to prime my face, and today I will be using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. This is a perfect drugstore primer. It does a really nice job at just smoothing out your skin and filling in your pores and just prepping your face for your foundation. And for foundation today, I'm going to be mixing together my IT Cosmetics CC Cream with my Morphe Liquid Luster Drops. This is in the shade Strobe. It's just a beautiful pink shade, and as you can see, I'm just mixing that together on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to go in and pat that or dot that onto my face, and then I'm going to be blending that in with my StansOut beauty sponge. This is the only sponge that I like to use dry. It is like the end all be all of sponges for me. I love it more than my beauty blender. I love it more than my Morphe sponge, which are two things I never thought I would say, but I really love this. And like I said, I use this dry just because it's convenient. I don't have to get up and wet it, and it gives such a nice finish. So if you guys haven't heard of this is a relatively new brand. I would definitely recommend checking them out. There's a link in my bio to where you can purchase this sponge if you're interested, but I'm just going to make sure that I'm blending that in on my face, and then I'm also going to bring that down my neck. Now I'm picking up my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I'm going to put this under my eyes to just help to conceal and brighten, because I definitely tend to have a dark under eye. And then I'm also putting this down the center of my face. So the reason why I'm putting this down the center of my face is to balance out the brightness. Since this concealer is lighter than my foundation, if I just have it under my under eye, it's going to look a little weird because that's going to be the only part of my face that is bright. Where if you put it down the center of your face, that is where the light tends to hit your face and it's the brightest areas. So it really just helps to balance everything out. I'm not really doing this for coverage. I'm just doing this more for the aesthetic purpose of it, just to make sure that the whole center of the face is nice and bright. This step is totally optional. I just like to do this when I'm feeling like a little bit extra, and it does just brighten things up really nicely, like I said. So once again, I'm just blending everything in with my StansOut beauty sponge. I love this bronzer. This is the Chanel Cream Bronzer. I especially love using this in spring and summer just because it looks so natural on the skin. It just blends in so nicely, and you can really use it alone or you can build it up with other products. So I'm just putting this onto the perimeters of my face using my Sigma F84 angled kabuki brush. I'm just patting this on my face, making sure not to move my foundation around too much, and then I'm just going to put that on my forehead and my jawbone as well. This is another product I love. This is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Perk. It is just so beautiful and so natural. I like to apply this onto a stippling brush, and then I like to put this on my cheeks just because I feel like if I go in and put it on my face and then blend it out with my fingers, I tend to move my foundation and my base products around too much. So I find that I get the best finish personally when I use this on my cheeks with a stippling brush, and that is just the BH number 9 brush. And then I'm going to go in and set my face. So I'm making sure that I blend out that under eye section, you know what I mean, that under eye area right there, because if I set those creases in my under eye, they're going to be like that the whole day and I won't be able to fix them. So I am using my RCMA No Color powder to set that portion of my face, and then I'm also slightly going to bring this onto the center of my face where I tend to get more oily and where I also put that lighter concealer. Now I'm taking my Guerlain Terracotta bronzer with my JH02 brush, and I'm just putting this everywhere I put that Chanel bronzer just to set it. Now, I can't lie, you guys, I tend to have a heavy hand, and I did go in a little bit too much with my face product, so at the end of everything, I do blend it out with a powder brush, but the camera is picking it up a little worse than it was in person, so I just want to put that out there because it is driving me crazy while editing this video. But moving on to blush, I'm just using my Becca and Jaclyn Hill Rose Spritz blush, and then like I said, I'm just going in and running a powder brush over that because, ooh girl, we have a heavy hand. So now for highlighter, I'm dipping into that same palette and I'm taking the highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop. This is such a old highlighter for me. I feel like this came out so long ago, even though it didn't. It just feels like so long ago that this came out because there have been so many products coming out. So I feel like I took a little walk down memory lane using this highlighter today. I love this highlighter. It is amazing. But I just sprayed my face with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and then I'm really quickly speeding through my brows. I did just put up a brow tutorial, so I will have that linked in the bio if you want a more in-depth tutorial on how I do my brows. But now, dipping into my Morphe and 35G palette, I'm taking this shade right here with my Morphe 30 brush that is in the shade Sandy. I'm going to just run my finger over my lid just to get rid of any creases, and then I'm just going to buff this into my crease and my transition area. So I'm focusing this mostly in my crease, and then once there's little to no product left on the brush, I'm just blending that up towards my transition area and my brow bone area. I'm also making sure that I just run this shadow along that lower lash and waterline as well, and then I'm just connecting it up with that outer corner to create a little bit more of a blown out smoky kind of look. Picking up my JH35 brush, I'm going to be taking the shadow in the shade Record Temps, which, oh my god, this shadow just has the key to my heart. I don't know what it is about this shade. I just love it. I've been wearing this all over my lid almost every day since getting this palette. I just love it so much. But I'm just focusing on starting to build up some definition in that outer corner and that crease area. And then, like I said with the other shadow, I'm just going to focus on running this along that lower lash line and that lower waterline, connecting it up with that outer corner just to really enhance that smokiness in today's look. I just really want to connect that lower lash line to the upper outer corner just to have a really nice kind of wung out shape, if that makes sense. I know you guys know what I mean. And then I just quickly took a second to set my brows with my Benefit Gimme Brow Gel just because they were kind of driving me crazy, and I just wanted to make sure that I could set them down so that they would stay in place all day long. But then I'm taking this shadow right here. It is in the shade Toasted with my JH40 brush, which I love this brush. It's so nice for detailed eye work. I'm just once again putting this in that same area as we put the Record Temp shade just to further the definition. This is a little bit darker than that Record Temp shade, so I'm making sure to keep this on the very outer corner, very tightly in the crease, and then closest to that lower lash line. So now I'm going in and cutting my crease with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer and my Morphe M224 brush. I'm not doing this to really cut the crease, but more so just to get a really nice clean lid area. This is going to help to add definition to that crease area, but I really want to make sure that I lighten up the lid so that when I go in with the shimmers later, not only do they appear brighter, but they also come out true to tone. And then I'm taking that JH40 brush. This has no additional product on it. I'm just using it to blend out that outer corner area. And then I'm also just really quickly and very lightly running it through that crease just to make sure that everything just looks blended. Now I'm dipping into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. I love this palette. I'm taking that shade Rose Quartz and I'm just putting it right next to that outer corner shade with my Naked 3 brush. Once I have that down, I'm dipping into the same palette and I'm going to be taking the shade Pearl. This is my all-time favorite shade out of this palette. I'm pretty sure, to be fair, I love this palette in general, but this shade is just so bright. It does such a nice job at just brightening the lid and just making everything really nice and crisp and clean. So I'm just taking that on the opposite side of that brush and I'm making sure that those two shades blend really nicely together. I'm also going to focus this on my inner corner and my brow bone as well. With that same palette, I'm taking the shade right here in Dystopian with my Morphe M432 brush. It's just a flat shader brush. Is that what that's called? I think so. You guys know what I mean. I don't really have to describe things. I'm just going along and putting, oh, it's a flat definer brush. Okay, moving on. I'm putting this on my lash line and blending it out to really mimic a liner without going in and doing a liner. And because this is brown, it's going to be that much more soft and kind of natural glam, if you will. So I'm just making sure to put this down and blend it out. This is also going to help to conceal the lash band once we go in with lashes. I'm also putting this shade on my lower lash line. However, instead of blending this out, I'm really keeping this nice and tight to that waterline because this is the darkest shade. I want most of that darkness to be in that lash line and then I'll slightly blend it out. I just don't want it to be too dark on that lower lash line. So then I'm just going to be using my Morphe Richie liner. This is just a really nice deep brown shade. I'm just putting this on my lower waterline. Of course, you can use black for this. However, I just really wanted to tie in the brown shadow that we put on the lid, and also this is just going to going to be a little bit more soft glam like I said before. So now I'm just applying a quick coat of mascara. I will be using my NARS Climax mascara. These lashes are by Nelo Cosmetics. They are one of my favorite lash styles. They are in the style Arya, and I'm just going to pop those onto my lash line as tight as I can to my natural lashes. Because I'm not using any liner or anything today, I want to make sure that they're sitting right on top of my lashes so that you can't see the lash band. And then, like I said earlier, I'm just putting that pearl shade onto my brow bone to highlight. Then I'm going to be going in and just putting a quick coat of mascara onto my lower lashes. I'm using my Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara for this. I just love the shape of the wand. I feel like it really does a nice job at separating those lower lashes. And then once I have that on for lips today, I will be using my MAC lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy. It's the most beautiful kind of like pinky brown nude shade. I'm just going to put this all over my lips, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Maybelline Nude Lust lipstick just in the center and then slightly blending it out. I just want it to add a little bit more dimension in today's lip look. Alright, ladies and gents, so this completes today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm actually really feeling this look. I've just been loving those mauve tones lately. I don't know what it is about it. I'm just feeling them, and I really wanted to pair them with like a shimmery shadow and just give like a super glowy spring half cut look kind of vibe, you know what I mean? So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave any comments down below letting me know what kinds of videos you want to see from me next. Also, if you aren't already subscribed and you don't have my post notifications turned on, do both of those things so that you get to see my uploads and see my videos. Also, once we hit 1,500 subs, I'm going to do like a tiny little mini giveaway. I'm just going to give away one item, something that I've been loving lately. I'm super excited for that. So if you aren't already subscribed, click that button, because the sooner we hit 1,500, the sooner I get to give back to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and with that being said, I will see you guys in my next one.